Hey guys, welcome back. It's Seven Sleeve Glover, and I just wanted to show you this quick video. I drive by this mural almost every other day, and it's a great example of how we can use design techniques to make it even better. It's an interesting painting. It's pretty massive. It's on the side of this building, but there are some major flaws in the composition, and I'll point those out right now. So right here we have bad figure ground relationship on this large whale up here. The dark nose of the whale is blending in with the dark blue of the background. Also, this baby whale is kissing the mother whale. The edges are kissing, not literally kissing, but the edges are kissing. So the overlap isn't very good there. So if they wanted to overlap those shapes better, they could go halfway over the baby one, or maybe even separate them completely like this. We have the baby whale there. I'm going to cover this one up. So now we have the baby whale separated, and they can move this around and maybe put it, like the fin is overlapping on the mother, or have this behind the mother. Just different ways to compose that. But kissing the shapes, if you're driving by, you can't really tell what's going on because those shapes are kissing, so it's bad composition. You want it to be easily seen at a glance, especially since it's a mural and you're driving by it, so it needs to be seen at a glance and then have visual clarity. So let's add this baby back on there. Also, I wanted to show you that there's not much variety in the shapes. So the baby versus the mother, if you put them side by side, it's not much variety. This little notch out of this belly here is just from the mother. I mean, the mother knows where I cut it out, but this would probably be filled in. But look at the same fin is sticking to the side and then outward, and then the tail is almost exactly the same also. So probably would want to add a little bit more variety in those shapes to make it more interesting. So let's just do this. We'll keep this baby maybe overlapping like that. We'll go halfway on the fin. That's a good measurement there. Instead of like kissing, see these edges are kissing, so we want to go maybe halfway, and then pay attention to where this is overlapping as well. You don't want the nose of it going right on that crack there. You want to kind of have it down here. So that's good enough, and then we'll add more contrast to the sky. There's bad figure ground relationship on the whale, so we can add a little bit more lightness there and bring more life to that sky instead of having it all dark like that. Also, there's no color variation. One of the biggest mistakes that beginners make is they don't add color variation. So you see just a wall of blue and that's it, and that's super boring. So all this blue is the same. They could add textures in there, some type of reflection. They could add even different colors. So even if you add pink or purple here, like the Impressionists, it'll all just kind of blend together the further back you get, and it adds just nice color variation. So you don't have to always have the same exact colors here. It just gets kind of boring. So you can add color variation and then you keep it the same value, same intensity, whatever, and it won't stand out as much. So color variation, I added a little bit more green to this. This is Diamond Head here, and then I added some color in the water, some greenish tints, and then some red tints. So you can see that going on and off. Just adds a little more variation there, a little more interest. So that's the before, and then this is the after. You can see the composition a little bit better. We have visual clarity. They did a nice job on this bird up here. Spread wings, that's a nice aspect of view. Also, this whale has an aspect of view. The limbs are spread, and we can identify that shape if it had nice figure ground relationship, but here in the original it doesn't. Maybe more value variation too, like this whole area. And this could be just they were limited to, I don't know, time, or they were limited to budget and color, so they couldn't afford, maybe it just wasn't part of the project to add more colors or whatever. They just had blue and black and white and decided to go with it. But just judging the composition, if you're going to put it on this massive building and spend all this time on creating this composition, like this arc here is really nice. It's almost like an arc, a semicircle. It's not an arabesque, it's just like an arc swinging up. That's pretty nice. Number one technique you should always pay attention to is figure ground relationship. So that's dealing with the visual clarity, how the foreground fits into the background. So always pay attention to that. The color variation on there, and then we have the before and then the after. So more visual clarity there. But keep that in mind when you're composing a painting or even having people stand for your photos, and always pay attention to the background because they need to fit in like a puzzle piece. But that's it for this one. Thanks so much for all the support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later.